Hey, good morning, guys. Tony Porter, Tabletop Baseball Digest. A little coffee and fall classic baseball here early in the morning. Took off a day from work. It's going to be the Mets facing the visiting Montreal Expos. For the Mets, it's going to be Tom Seaver. It's going to be Strohmeyer for the Montreal Expos. So let's roll to see what kind of stuff Seaver's going to have today. And he will have his B stuff. All right. Let's grab a quick post-it and just make my life easier. If I can just see his B column. Good for my brain to work a little faster. There we go. And for Strohmeyer, he will be an A. And we have that right here. So he will have his A stuff. He only had 3 starts, so he's like a spot starter type. Let's see what he does against the Mets today. Mets record 6-6. Montreal 4-7. Play ball. After this, we're going to head out to the gym. Here's Pepe Frias. Pepe Frias. Yes, sir. Let's do it. And that's a 66, man. Seaver's 0-3. He's been having a rough start to the season. I mean, just the dice are not falling. So that's a drive to left center field. Is Kranepool going to get it? No, that's beyond his reach and to the wall. And digging for second is Frias. Frias not a great hitter, 230 guy. Strokes a double off Seaver to start off the game here on that 66. Here's Tim Foley, pitch 14, and that'll be hit to the third baseman for Ghost. He looks Frias back to second, over to first. 1 down. And Hal Breeden. 275 guy. Played half the season. Ooh, has good power. Has 15 home runs in half the season, so playing the whole season, he would have 30. Hal Breeden. Pitch 26 against the lefty. It's a single. Otherwise, it's popped up middle infield. Harrelson near the second base bag. Calls for it. And that is let me see. Let me double check that. Let me make sure I have the... No, that was Jorgensen. That was not Breeden. That was Jorgensen. My bad. And that 26 was against a righty. It's a single. So it is going to be a single. And hold on. Let's back up. So it was Jorgensen. I didn't look at the screen. And so against Jorgensen, we're going to see if Frias will score. That was a ground out. Okay, fully grounded out. Nobody advanced. Let's get on. Okay. And now it's Jorgensen. He singles, and let's see if runner only against a weak arm, and Staub has an average arm. Against an average arm, he can risk, which would be 1-3, but with 1-3, he'll score. Let's do it. 1-3, he's out, and 4-6, he comes around to score. Let's see what happens. And here's the throw from Staub, trying to get Frias at the plate. And he is safe at the plate. And if Jorgensen's an A, he's going to... let's see... And we'll do second base here. 1-2-3. They 1-2. They can have a plate at second base. Trying to get him at second base since he is average. And the throw went through. So basically, we're going to give Jorgensen the advantage on getting to second base. So 1 and a 2, he is out at second. And he is safe at second. So it's a single, and he takes second base, and the Expos are up 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. So yeah, Seaver's just not getting the breaks here early on, but that will change for sure. Here's Ron Fairley. And that's a 54, so that's one of these crazy... It's a men on base wild pitch with a 2. That could be a Grody pass ball. And it's going to be a pass ball. Charge to Grody. That'll move Jorgensen into scoring position. And the Mets are going to bring the infield in here. Pitch, and that's a 45 with an 8. It's a fly ball to center field with a runner on third. And F can risk, but Jorgensen is not F, so he will hold. So shallow fly ball. Jorgensen holds. And now it's Kenny Singleton. Runner on third. Here's a pitch. And a 36 is going to be a bouncer to second base. And picked up by Mian over to first. And the Expos take the early lead 1-0 with the Mets coming to bat. Harrelson leads off against Strohmeyer. 61, and that's a grounder to short. Foley throws him out. Felix Mian is next. Mian's batting .396, having a good season, and he will drive one in the gap. And Fairley can't reach it. That's going to be one hop off the wall. And into second base with a one-out double is Felix Mian. Here's Willie Mays, the pitch. 41 should be a base on balls. And he walks him. First and second for Rusty Staub. Rusty Staub has a, what's he batting? 191, 3 home runs, so he's struggling at 47 at-bats here in 1973 replay. Rusty Staub against Strohmeyer. The pitch, 42. That should be a base on balls. So Strohmeyer is struggling with finding the plate right now, and here's John Milner with the bases loaded. Infield's halfway looking for the double play. The pitch, a 41. That's ball 4. So he walks 3 in a row. Holy smokes. I need to stop rolling 41s and 42s. And here's Eddie Kranepool playing today, starting today against the righty Strohmeyer. He is Eddie Kranepool has had just a couple of 5 at bats, hasn't had a hit yet. And the infield is early in the game. I'm going to play the infield, looking for the double play. Here's the pitch, and a 51 with a 12. That's an error on the catcher, possible error on the catcher. The catcher is Humphrey. His error rating is 0. So it's going to be a pop-up to the catcher. 2. Nobody advances. And here's Jim Fregosi. Fregosi played 124 at-bats, batted .234. And then I guess went down with injury, or I'm not sure exactly what happened with him, but not a fan favorite. 25 against a lefty. It's a single. Otherwise, it's lifted to center. Mangual over. Under it, squeezes it for out number 3. The Mets tie the game. Leave the bases loaded. Coco LeBoy. Nope. It is Pepe Mangual, and he should be here somewhere. There he is. Pepe Mangual against Tom Terrific. And a 56 struck him out. Coco LeBoy is next. 56, and that's a strikeout. High heater gets LeBoy out in front. Or out way behind. Humphrey. 42, and that will be a bouncer to short. Harrelson scoops it and throws out Humphrey. Bottom of the second, 1-1. Jerry Grody. 32 will be a drive, and that's foul. Next pitch, pops it up in front of the plate. Catcher calls off Jorgensen, and Humphrey picks up the put out. And here's Terrific with a 25, and that'll be a one hopper to the shortstop, Tim Foley, who will eventually be a Met in 79, becomes a Met. Here's Buddy Harrelson with 2 outs and nobody on, and a 65 is a liner to the third baseman. So Harrelson takes it oppo, rips it to right at LeBoy. John Strohmeyer with a 61, strike 3. Seaver gets him with the heat. Pepper Frias with 1 out here in the top of the third, and that's a 24. That's generally a hit by pitch, but this is ripped to second base. Mian positioned perfectly to snag that that BB off the bat of Pepe Frias. Here's Foley now with a 35, and that will be a ball that's sent to left for Cranepool. That retires the side. Here's Mian leading off against Stromae. 46 and a 12 against a righty in Shea Stadium. It'll be popped up. Foul territory. First baseman Jorgensen under it and makes the catch. One retired. One pitch, one out. Here's Willie Mays, Snake Eyes, and that'll be lifted to center field. Mangual takes a couple steps back. Two out, and Rusty Staub. Staub's having issues. Bounces it to Jorgensen at first to retire the side. Top of the fourth, 1-1. Here's Jorgensen, Mike Jorgensen, also to be a Met someday. Bounced to third, picked up by Fregosi. Strong throw to first, one down. Ron Fairley is next in the lineup, and he bounces one to Mian. Mian plants and gets him, two out. And now it's Kenny Singleton, 53. That's going to be a range play with a one. It's a strikeout. It's a KD check, it's called. Bottom of the fourth, John Milner, 1-1. See what happens here. The pitch, 31. That's going to be bounced up the middle and through into center field. So a base hit, leadoff hit for John Milner. Eddie Cranepool, an A hit and run guy. We're not going to hit and run with Milner. Here's the pitch, and that is a 13, which will be lifted to right. Singleton down the line, and Singleton gets there. Back to first goes Milner. Jim Fregosi now with a 52 and a 7. That's an error check on the second baseman, Frias. Frias is an 8, so he'll boot it. All runners are safe. So it's E4, first and second now. Fregosi and Milner. And then it's Jerry Grody. Jerry Grody batting .333 with 9 at-bats. Pretty good card, batted .260. And that's a 55. That's going to be line, base hit. See if a run will come in on this. F will score. And Fregosi, let's see. Fregosi's not an F, so he's at first. He will stop at second. So let's do that. One run scores. The Mets take the lead. And first and second with one out. So Grody continues his hot hitting. Here's Tom Terrific, and we'll let him bat. He's a 161 hitter, or should I bunt with him? I'm going to bunt with him. And it's the good bunt to the first baseman. He's going to tag Seaver. And two outs. Runners on second and third for Buddy Harrelson. Stromeyer gets the pitch. And 32, which will be a check swing blooper into no man's land, and it drops in. Scoring is Fregosi. Grody is coming around, and Harrelson's going to try for two. Here's the throw from Singleton, the tag by Foley, and he is safe. 2 out, 2-run double. Little bloop double that bounced high. And Felix Mian, runner on second, 2 outs. The pitch at 26 against a lefty would be a hit. Otherwise, it's a grounded third to end the inning. But the Mets pick up 3 runs, go up 4-1. Pepe Mangual. Pitch from Seaver, 61, strike 3. Coco LeBoy. Pitch from Seaver. Ooh, that's going to be a ball hitting the hole, and will Harrelson get there? No. Base hit single through the hole. Harrelson dove for it, but just beyond his glove. And here's Humphrey. Pitch from Seaver, 56. Got him with the curveball. Seaver's got a bunch of Ks. Let's see. Got 6 Ks so far. And it's the pitcher Stromeyer. He can go 27. Let's see where he's at here. 4-1 in the still top of the 5th. Let's see if I get him to do 20. He can go another. Yeah, we're gonna let him bat here. Too soon for a pinch hitter. And LeBoy with 2 outs anyway, 35, and that will be bounced to second base. Mian over to first. Go to the bottom of the fifth. Mets lead at 4-1. Mays. .34, and that's a bouncer to second base. Frias. Wait a second. I'm sorry. 34. 34 is out. It's a bouncer to second base. Mays bounces out. Here, stop. 63. And that is ripped to center field, but Mangual positioned perfectly. Hauls it in. 2 away. Here's John Milner with a 12 and bounce to short. Foley makes the strong throw to first to retire the side. Here's Pepper Frias leading off against Seaver. Seaver with a check swing blooper. Oh, drops in right over the glove of the shortstop Harrelson. So Pep Frias with a bloop single on at first. Here is Foley, who's a good pinch, good hit and run guy. And there goes the runner with a 4. And that's going to be a base hit through the vacated hole. And second, right, got it through the hole at second base when Mian went to cover. And that will send Frias to third. So we got first and third with nobody out. So there is something here for Seaver to deal with. Here's Jorgensen. The Mets are going to play the infield halfway, looking for that double play, letting the run score 4-4, and that is going to be ball 4. That's going to load the bases. So Seaver in a little bit of a predicament right here with the bases loaded, nobody out. Ron Fairley. And the pitch from Seaver, 33. Oh, my goodness. And 20 is going to be ball 4. He's going to walk in a run. 4-2 now. Still nobody out. And Ken Singleton. I roll nothing but doubles every time Seaver gets into a little bit of trouble. Seaver gets the sign from Grody. He's ready to face Singleton, who's batting from the left side with the bases loaded. Nobody out. Infield is halfway looking for that double play. Willing to give up a run. Pitch. And, oh, I thought it was going to be a 66. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Seaver comes up big and blows a fastball by Ken Singleton. And next is Pepe Mangual with the bases loaded, 1 out. That's still trying for that double play. Let's see what happens. The pitch, 23. Strike 3. Got him. 2 away now. So Seaver's 1 out away from averting disaster. Coco LeBoy. Coco LeBoy's a 121 hitter. Not going to pinch hit for him here. Here's the pitch, and a 13 will be a ball that's ripped to center field. Will Mays get there? Yes. So somehow, some way, Seaver manages to get out of that pickle. And here's Kranepool, Strohmeyer. Pitch, 64. And that's a fly ball center field. 1 away. Mets lead at 4-2. Jim Fregosi, 15, and that's going to be a fly ball to left field, and near the line is Fairley parks there and waits for it to come down. Grody with a 63, and that'll be a drive to left center field. On the run is Fairley, and Fairley tracks it down. All right, top of the 7th, so we're going to see some pinch hitters here now. It's going to be the catcher, 12, and that'll be bounced to short. Harrelson over to first. And we got a pinch hitter coming in now. And once the 7th comes in, I start bringing in those pinch hitters. Try to avoid doing it before that. Just too much. So we're going to look at Day. Boots Day, I believe it is. There he is. Lefty hitter. Against Tom Terrific for the pitcher. So we will be getting a new pitcher. Pitch from Seaver, 21, and that will be hard hit ball, but at Mian. 1 hopper, and Mian throws him out, 2 down. And here's Frias, Pepe Frias. 36, which will be a ground ball to Harrelson, and that retires the side. New pitcher, who will that be? Not Mike Marshall. In a 4-2 game, too early for Marshall. I'm going to go with a guy who also pitched a lot, Walker. So let's grab Walker. Walker pitched, Tom Walker, I believe his name is. He pitched in a ton of games. 55 games, I believe. 54 games. Oh, there he is. Tommy Walker. And let's see what kind of stuff he will have. He will have his C stuff. So Seaver's up. Here's a pitch, and that's a 41, which will be ball 4. So Seaver walks. He's on at first. Walker takes a look over there. It's Harrelson. Harrelson's going to square and bunt, and that's going to be a pop-up. And it could be a double play. 2 or a 12 is a double play. Nope. Pop-up to the catcher. And Felix Mian now. Pitch 34, and that's going to be through the hole into the outfield for a base hit. Let's see if Seaver will stop at second. He will hold up at second base. First and second, Mian with a hit. Seeing eye, ground ball. Mays against Tom Walker and the pitch. And that is a 63. 12 popped up. Right side, Jorgensen in fair territory. Makes the catch. 2 away. Mets have 2 on. Seaver takes his lead off second. Mian off first. Staub steps in the box. And he's ready to face Walker. Here's the pitch. We need Staub to start hitting. And there it is not. But that is high outside on the 3-2 pitch. And that will send Staub to first and load the bases for John Milner. Milner's batting .318. 1 home run. 44 at bats. Walker against Milner, the pitch. And a 64 is not going to do it. That's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. Jorgensen takes it himself, and that retires the side. The Mets leave the bases loaded. I think that's the second time they do it in this game. We're in the top of the 8th. Seaver against Foley. Tim Foley. Future Met. 61. Strike 3. Got him. Next is Jorgensen with a 32, and that'll be line and caught by the Milner at first base. So he rips it, and Milner snags it. And with 2 outs, here's Ron Fairley with a 36, and that will be hit hard, but at the shortstop, Harrelson. And he throws over to first. That retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Walker's still in there. It's going to be Kranepool leading off for the Mets. Lefty hitter. Here's the pitch. Kranepool with a 64, which will be a ground ball to Jorgensen. He'll step on the bag. Fregosi now with a 54. That's going to be an odd. That's going to be a check for a center field error. Mangual in center field is a no error guy, so he will make that running catch. 2 away. And Grody. Pitch and a 23, which will be a ground ball to short. Foley, high throw, nice stretch by Jorgensen. So last licks for the Expos here, trailing 4-2 in the top of the 9th. New York, 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Montreal, 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. And Seaver has been in control. So we will continue to give him opportunity here against Kenny Singleton, the switch hitter, batting lefty. And here's the pitch. And that is a 12, which will be ball 4. Singleton does a lot of walking, so the tying run will be coming up to the plate. Right now, it's in Pepe Mangual's hands. I don't know. Let me see if I could pinch hit for this guy. Let's see. Ooh, Stinson. Actual 3 home runs. We're going to bring in Stinson to pinch hit. Maybe we get a home run out of him. Tie this ball game up for the Expos. Stinson, I remember him with I think it was with the Seattle Mariners, was it? In 77. Doesn't he go there? All right, Stinson. After this, I head over to the gym. And it's a little cloudy out there, though. All right, hope I don't get rained on. All right, Stinson. Now, let's see where Seaver is. Seaver can go 36 batters. And he's still got a ways to go. He's at 32. But on the screen, he's red already. But we'll just keep close contact with him, close eye on him. Here is Stinson. And here's a pitch. And a 52 is a possible error. An error check on the second baseman, Mian. But that's going to be a double play. I don't think it's an error. So Mian is a 2 error. I rolled higher than that. So he's going to go to Housen for 1, back to first. Double play. Mets. Big defensive play by Felix Mian and Buddy Harrelson teaming up for that big double play. And that's going to erase the runner at first, and the Mets lead by 2 is a little bit safer. And LeBoy, let's look at LeBoy right now. Coco LeBoy, what a name that is, huh? All right, here's Seaver against LeBoy, and we don't have anybody who can. Let me see if I can pinch it for LeBoy. Anybody will be better than. Let's see if somebody with some power. Oh, Bailey. Let's bring in Bailey with some power. Even though we don't need power right now, we need. Hold on a second. Let me go back because we don't need power right now. We need somebody on base. On base is Hunt. Hunt has the best on base percentage. So we're going to bring in Ron Hunt. Switch hitter, bats lefty. Oh no, righty hitter. So Ron Hunt comes in to hit for LeBoy. Pitch from Seaver, and does he do his job? He does. He lines a single to left. 1 hop for Crankpool. So now the tying run again is at the plate. Humphrey, does he have any power? No power. Let's see if we can find somebody. Now we're going to bring in the guy with the most home runs, Bailey. Beetle Bailey. Bob Bailey. He's got some power, so hopefully we don't roll a 66, because then he's screwed, or a 65. Could potentially hit one out there too. So let's see. Let's recap. The tying run is at the plate. There's 2 outs. Top of the 9th inning. Seaver's going for his first victory of the season after 3 defeats. This is his 4th start. He's pitched excellently in this game, allowing only 2 runs on 6 hits. So let's see what happens. It's all in the dice. Here it is. Here's the pitch from Seaver to Grody. And it's a 24. A hit by pitch with a 4. It won't happen. It's going to be a bouncer to Mian. Over to Milner. And that's the ball game. So Seaver picks up his first victory. Woohoo! All right. Seaver 1-3 now, which looks much better than 0-3. And hopefully he'll get on a tear. And offensive-wise, Mian had 2 hits. He's batting .404. Milner went 1 for 3, batting .311. Grody went 1 for 4, batting .333. Harrelson picked up a hit and 2 RBIs. And Seaver's line. 9 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts. Lowered his ERA to .455 after a couple of rough starts early on in the season. And Strohmeyer gets the loss. He went 6 innings, gave up 2 earned runs, 3 walks, no strikeouts. And he's 0-1. And that's it, my friends. Remember, like and subscribe. This is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. I will see you soon.